Hey out there. So I want to take you guys for a little tour of a house I'm going to go take a look at. That was not it. However, it's probably only a half a mile from the house I'm going to take a look at. The house is in Colts Neck, New Jersey. For those of you not familiar with Colts Neck means money. So, this house that I'm going to go take a look at is interesting to me. I think it's $450,000. I'd have to look on the MLS to verify that. But it just came on the market. $450,000 on a 1-acre lot, about 2,200 square feet. Needs quite a bit of work. Somebody's living in there, so it doesn't require as much work as a lot of the projects I get into. However, in Colts Neck, $450,000, it's going to need some work. I'm going to breeze by a couple of the almost neighbors' houses to show you what Colts Neck is about. Here's one of the houses. It's on a cul-de-sac. I'm just guesstimating like maybe 1.5. That house over there is under contract for 1.59. There's another beautiful house in Colts Neck. This house has like their own cherry blossom orchard out in the front of it. It's nice, gives some privacy too. Beautiful house. There's another beautiful house in Colts Neck. Now, if there's any kids out there, I want to let you know you should not be driving while videoing. Very unsafe. These are some more modest houses, which are actually the neighbors. This is the neighbor's house that's catty corner to the house that I'm going to look at. That's the house. So it's got wood siding. It's actually a nice layout. It's got an acre lot. Needs a new roof. So this house is kind of outside of my sweet spot. I've mentioned it in other videos. I really like to get a house for under $200,000 with an ARV after repair value of, let's say, mid 300s. And that allows for a nice renovation budget, surprises, and also the market to buyers. It's just such a huge market, like first-time home buyers and other people that are qualified for mortgages. I mean, that's a sweet spot for them as far as that's a house that's affordable, especially with today's interest rates. This house in Colts Neck, is it a pipe dream? I don't know if it's a pipe dream. I mean, it is possible, but let me just run some numbers that I at least initially take a look at. Let's say 450. In this market, let's say it goes at 500,000. 500,000, just off the top of my head, let's say you put $150,000 to $200,000 worth of a renovation in this project. Can you absorb that money and still make a profit at the end of the day? One of the reasons why I want to show you the real nice houses in the beginning of the video is Colts Neck can absorb that kind of a renovation. So let's just run some numbers. 500,000, let's say it's a $200,000 renovation project. Let's say you're going to add some square feet over that garage, or take over the square feet from that garage and put a detached 2-car garage over there. You're going to need a garage in this area. It's on an acre lot. Let's say at the end of the day, right now it's about 2,300 square feet. Let's say you can get that up to 3,000 square feet. When you're doing a renovation project, especially in this type of an area, you're going to have to put top-of-the-line stuff in there as far as appliances. The cabinets are going to have to be nicer. You're going to have to put things in here that are going to go along with, at the end of the day, $1 million house. Can you sell this house for $1 million at the end of the day? I think you can. Is it riskier? It's weird. I don't usually ask myself questions in videos. So, can you, Harry? But yes, you can sell this house for $1 million at the end of the day, as long as we're in the type of market that we're in right now. So I know I talk to some people and they talk about risk and gambling when it comes to real estate investing. And yes, it's a rush. I love it. It's a huge part of my job and I love it. However, I like to stack the odds in my favor. So when I'm going like the Brown house, I know that at the end of the day, I could refinance that house, get my money out of it. So I'm not going to put a lot of money in my pocket, but I can leave quite a bit of equity in that house, and I'm not going to get hurt at the end of the day. No matter how you run the numbers, it's virtually impossible for me to get hurt on the Brown house. Worst case scenario is that I leave a little bit of money in that house and then leave equity in there for retirement time. So that's a very low risk project. On a house in Colts Neck, New Jersey, let's say you buy it and you can close in 2 months, let's say it takes at least 3 months to do the renovation process, and that depends on how many permits you need, if you're going to be adding square feet, things like that. Let's say you got $500,000 purchase, $200,000 renovation, you got carrying costs, closing costs, things like that. And then this market isn't here at the end of the day, 3, 4, or 5 months from now. It takes a downturn. And there's not as many buyers on the market. There's more houses on the market. There's a lot of competition. And that $999,000 price tag that I thought I could get for the house, now it's down to, I don't know, let's say $850,000. At $850,000, is it worth it? Might be a break-even kind of a situation. So somebody might say, well, that's a risk I'm willing to take. Well, I'm willing to take it too. However, it would be like working on a project, not making any money on it, is very similar to like if you go into work, you punch the clock and you go and you work for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and then at the end of the day they say, hey, we're not going to pay you. Besides money, and I'm not trying to talk myself out of putting an offer in on this house. I'm probably going to put an offer in, because I was talking to Diane on the way over here and I said, you got to be in it to win it. So I'm almost definitely going to put an offer in on this house. Probably close to what the asking price is. I think it's $450,000, $470,000. But besides money, like I like to make money. I like money. I think everybody likes money. Besides that, there's also something to be said about the stress of that size of a hard money loan and that size of a renovation budget. You talk about some gray hair. I would definitely count on getting some more gray hair on this project. Possibly some sleepless nights. The thing that would keep me going, though, is at the end of the day, we might be in this market. We most likely would be in this market. Could you sell that house for $1 million? Yes, you could sell that house for $1 million, and you could be all in for $700,000. That's a $300,000 profit at the end of the day. I mean, it's not that easy, don't get me wrong. I mean, you got capital gains at 35%. You got all these other things you have to take into consideration. But all of those things equal up to why I do what I do. I love doing this. This initial analysis is nothing compared to what I would do at the end of the day. If they said yes to an accepted offer, then the real work starts as far as a scope of work, an accurate scope of work. Getting Tommy the contractor over here, verifying my numbers and everything else. But man, I'd love to make some videos about a Colts Neck property.